Hello, I'm James. Some of the values that I have stem from back when I was 15 years old. Well, actually back in childhood, even further than that, when I was a young lad. My father had always tried to instill values in me, and one of the values that really resonated well with me was hard work. So the day that I turned 15, I was actually able to get a job up at Holiday right up the street. So I walked, and I worked up there until I was able to afford a car. And then from there, I was able to drive to other jobs that were a bit further away, more ideal to me. And through all of this work history, I've built up a lot of experiences, either through retail, as well as there was a time in my life where I managed my own gym, so I worked a lot with people. I learned a lot of leadership in that and self-motivating myself. The artistic interests that I have currently, I just recently picked up DJing. It's a big hobby of mine. I'm very passionate about it. I'm trying to see where I can take that. The musical influences that I have, the staple will always be hip hop and rap. I grew up on that. I've always been a big fan of that. And more recently, I picked up on house music and classical music. The reason I really dig classical music is I feel that everything builds on it. And there's a lot of tie-ins in music, and the more you listen to classical music, the more you can see those tie-ins. Some of my favorite movies, most of them would be directed by Quentin Tarantino. I think he's incredible. I think all the dialogue he has in the movies are just outstanding. Pulp Fiction would make the list, Reservoir Dogs, obviously. Outside of Tarantino, I would say The Talented Mr. Ripley, Big Fish, Forrest Gump, among others. The reason that I chose entrepreneurship is just I found that I work best collaborating with others in projects. And although I was able to pick up a lot of leadership on my own through management roles that I had in previous work history, I found that I do thrive on collaboration with others, and I feel that the entrepreneurship program really gives you an outlet to do that. Some of my weaknesses are that I do end up spreading myself too thin sometimes. I take on a little bit more than I can handle, bite off more than I can chew, if you will. I'm really working on those. Obviously, I know that that's one of my weaknesses, and I'm trying to work on that. One of the unique things that I feel I can bring to the group is that I have a keen sense of bringing everybody together and the time management, and I really work well under pressure. When deadlines come or when anything comes through, I always end up pulling through and getting the things done that I need to get done. So I think you guys should choose me.